Look at that. We got a new graphic. Bam. Socials below. You can find me anywhere and everywhere. Are they clickable? No. You're watching a video. Internet. That's how it works. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Let's have some fun. Can you even say R. Kelly lines anymore? I don't think so. I also moved where my coffee is, so now you won't have to see my bald spot whenever I want to drink a cup of coffee. Take a sip, right? We're getting it done here for DT Productions. I don't have a name for the company. It's not a real company. It's just me in a spare room in my apartment. But we're going to change the world one internet chuckle at a time. The coffee is hot and good, like always. Do it. Do you drink coffee out there, internet world? If you do, leave a comment. Look at that. Call to action. Like, subscribe. It's the only time I'm going to say it in the whole show because I forget. There's more important things to talk about, like women's sports. Banging into the table and is not starting off good. And I cursed. I got to cut that out. YouTube won't like that. Doesn't like it. Beautiful day today. Sunny outside. Cold. Cold like the ice cold heart of Vladimir Putin. Maybe. I don't know. I would imagine he's probably pretty cold-hearted. He was like KGB, GRU, Special Forces, Russian, Cold War. That's a real deal dude right there. That's a real dude. Scary. He probably has several guns on him at any given time, even though he's the president. Premier, whatever the it is. Gotta cut that too. Oh boy. I'm fired up. What can I say? I'm talking to myself because there's no viewers, and I'm fired up. If you're watching on YouTube, though, or Rumble, later on, that's great. Love you. Appreciate you. Join us. Join me on Twitch, 1 p.m. live Thursday. Why am I blanking on the showtime? Thursday through Monday. Well, because I'm working on the showtime. But it's going to be Thursday through Monday, afternoon coffee. My offline on Twitch is wrong right now. Don't pay attention to that. Join me. It's going to be fun. I'm going to bring up a clip. Afternoon coffee. I think I got to turn you off. Bam. There we go. Clip of the day from yesterday. We talked about this right at the end of the show yesterday. It was just breaking. I couldn't find a video. We got the video. Dust up between El Presidente and the governor of Maine. Let's watch.
CAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine?
Are they here?
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law.
We are the feds.
Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way,
I'm going to cut off your money.
Somewhat liberal, although I did very well there. Your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any
you ain't getting nothing. We're cutting it off.
Good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that.
I'm gonna send Elon down and he's gonna cut it all. Elon and his young cohorts. I've heard they're like right out of college, these Doge kids. The adults, they're adults. Men, young men. We'll say that. Young men. One of them's in hot water for being a Nazi or something, I'm assuming. It's what they're always saying these days. They're a Nazi. Yeah, so this is all about women's sports, this dust up. This isn't about homelessness, hunger, the housing crisis, anything like that, college debt, foreign wars, foreign policy. I'm just listing off all the things that are more important than women's sports that they could be arguing about right now. Healthcare, Yeah. Dust up over women's sports. This is the governor of Maine. What's her name? Janet Mills. Janet Mills. Dr. Cole says, go governor. Janet Mills. This is rude. She's definitely a lady. Come on. That's rude. Don't do that. So, yeah. We got dust ups over women's sports, college sports. My whole thoughts on that. I don't think that we should have transitioned men playing in women's sports. And I'll just say that right there. Cancel me if you want. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense to me. Have you ever seen some videos of the Brazilian kickboxers who were used to be men and who are in MMA now? They beat the hell out of people badly. And by people, I mean women. Rogan has a good video on that. I'm sure you can look it up. Y'all are smart, internet folks. You can figure it out. Man, this coffee is delicious. Cafe Bustelo, Cafe Espresso, beans. I used to be a barista. I mentioned that before on the show. I'll talk about it again. I used to be a barista. 2 different occasions. I worked for Starbucks. I'm never going to work for Starbucks again, so I can talk about working there. Strict, kind of. They are very full of themselves. They like create this. They really hype you up. They're good about hyping you up. You work for Starbucks. You're bad. You're a bad MFer. You work at Starbucks, baby. Don't worry about the fact that it's just you, your supervisor, and it's Frappuccino happy hour on a Saturday from 3 to 5. Don't worry about that. You're bad. You can get it done. You got it. You got this. Yeah, Starbucks sucks. Terrible coffee. Like the espresso's okay. The coffee is so acidic and horrendous. I'd rather get gas station coffee. Any day, Speedway coffee's better. So we're arguing about women's sports, possibly more important things to argue about. I understand the desire. This is a sticky issue. It's a sticky topic. It's messy because I'm an American and I'm for freedom. And part of that freedom is the ability to play sports. So there's a problem here. Do you have transgendered people compete in the sport of their birth? Is that the solution? I think that's what they're proposing from what I've read. Yeah, but I feel like they're going to be a disadvantage. Like a biological male who is transitioning scientifically is going to be at a disadvantage to just a straight up biological male when competing in a sports or athletic type setting. Just it's facts right there. Because if you're taking hormones, your testosterone is going to go down, and testosterone is what helps build muscles and things like that. I'm sure you'll lose like the fast twitch muscle fiber ability too. So there's scientific evidence that it would be difficult for people who are transitioning to be competitive in the sport of their birth, especially biological males transitioning to women. And I feel like vice versa. I feel like a woman transitioning to be a biological male would also have an advantage. Would not also have an advantage, but would have an advantage competing against women. So it'd be a disadvantage for biological male transitioning to woman competing against men. Advantage for biological woman transitioning to male competing against women. So do you come up with a third category? Oh boy, we're talking third bathrooms now. Jesus. Oh, I guess there's not going to be much market for that, right? that's where you also have to think about all this too. It's one thing to think about in a sense of, rights, man, and we got to look out for the people, man, and we got to make sure that everyone's equal, man. The people who are in charge aren't thinking that way at all. They're thinking about dollar bills, clicks, views, marketing, ad revenue, sales, TV contracts. What is going to get more eyeballs on the screen? The Transgender Basketball Association, or you have a biological male in the NBA or in the WNBA who has transitioned for the most part, and they're just dominating. They're like LeBron or MJ, even like super MJ, like MJ from Space Jam, not the LeBron Space Jam, but the original Space Jam, when he gets souped up with the like cartoon powers and he can dunk from like half court. That would be a biological male competing in the WNBA. That would get some views for sure, right? I would think so. Right? Oh, all of a sudden you see, right, where the push is, why there might be a push, right? To keep it legal for people who have transitioned to compete in a gendered sports category that's not their birth category. You see where the incentive is. It's eyeballs. Put a dude in LPGA. That is I mean, golf itself, if you go to a golf course, if you golf at all, and you might not, that's fine. Go to a golf course, go to your local golf course. The red tees are literally the ladies' tees and like junior tees, and go see how far in front of the men's tees they are. Just go see. So now you take a biological male, you transition them, and you put them in the LPGA, which I'm pretty sure the LPGA said recently they would not allow this, which is smart, in my opinion. But they are losing ad revenue, because imagine a dude in there just smashing it. He's hitting it like twice the distance of the other ladies, like twice the distance. That would be what it would be. It'd be insane. So there's the incentive to push back. Money. It's all about money. It's not about rights. It's not about, you gotta make everyone give an opportunity. It's about money. What sells? I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. I don't have any money. There you go. It solves that. It's all about what sells. Sex sells. Controversy sells. So it'll be interesting to see what happens if the governor of Maine digs their heels in and goes up against the federal government. I think they're obviously suing from when she said, we'll see you in court. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that court case and give you some updates moving forward. I do have a correction to issue. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. First correction of DT. And that has to do with the Epstein list being released. I said the other day, probably not going to happen, right? Been too long. Nope. Fox News clip. This is Attorney General Pam Bondi on Epstein files.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by
It's sitting on my desk right now. I have a big, fat black marker in my hand, and I just need to redact all the names that President Trump told me to redact, and then I can get it to you good people. Right? Right? He who is the victor controls history and controls the narrative. Just saying.
JFK files, MLK files, that's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that
What you see,
oh
Pam?
gosh.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll check back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, haven't seen anything yet. I don't know. I mean, I do know. I think they're gonna fucking go through it with a black marker and just black out the people they want to, highlight the people they don't. They want to make look bad. Got to be Clinton's, Dershowitz. I mean, there's people we kind of already know about. Prince Charles. Yeah, we know about some of the people who are going to be on the list. So it's coming out soon. Not really. When she says review, I mean, it's early, still early in the administration. We're like a month in, so it's going to take a while. She's got probably a lot on her to-do list. A lot. And going through the Epstein files with a large black marker, I doubt is high on her to-do list. Maybe it is. I wonder if people still actually care about the Epstein files, like the average American, because I'm not the average American. I'm terminally online. Conspiracy theorist who's dove into the deepest of deepest rabbit holes and just come up with absolutely nothing but confusion and more questions. So I'm probably not the best person to gauge. I'm very interested in seeing the Epstein list. I'd love to cover it on the show, just kind of get it out there in the open, wide out in the open. I think it'd be great. It's important. We need to know this stuff. We need to know who was I don't think you're allowed to say what they were doing. Trafficking. We'll go with trafficking. Trafficking what? Who? Where? How? I've fallen and I can't get up. So it's coming. Epstein coming out soon. I got what do we got here? California requesting 40 billion with a B dollars. It's right here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. For the wildfire relief. $40 billion taxpayer federal funds. Do you think they're going to get it? Really? With the current administration, I doubt it. I can see the conversation. Well, you're just going to give it to the schmelt. That was a bad Trump. Sorry. That was a really bad President Trump impersonation. I can do a better one. Throat's a little dry. So, $40 billion. Governor Gavin Newsom requests $40 billion with a B dollars for wildfire relief. That's a lot of clams. I can't find an article on it from like a mainstream source. I just went to Twitter. Special session to fight Donald Trump. Yeah, so $40 billion. That's a lot of money. I would like to know what they are going to use it for. I've heard a lot of rumors that they're going to put up condos where those nice baller houses were in like Brentwood and Laurel Canyon. Condos. Bang for your buck. You can fit more plebes onto a smaller plot than if you were having like ranch single family homes. Single family homes are done in this country. We're going to be just building tenements from now on. BlackRock bought up all the single families. You fucked. Look into it. Yeah, I'm looking into the legality of it, but I'd like to do a worst houses in America. series for like YouTube. Like go on Zillow and some of these other real estate sites and just find the worst deals possible. You know, I want to find a 1-bedroom, 1-bath for like 600K, shit like that. I think that would be funny. Keep an eye out for it on DT Twitch. So yeah, Governor Newsom, 40 billion with a B. That's a lot of shekels. Anything going on at CPAC? Just they really are shilling that. What happened to the? There we go. Here's live. Is that Marissa Hargitay? No, that's Huckabee Sanders. Live from CPAC. I might get copyrighted, but I'm going to throw it on.
We're also removing cell phones from the classroom, and I signed legislation.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Bell to bell, no cell. And
bell to bell, no cell.
What we're doing for
you shouldn't have cell phones in schools, especially for like, there's like young kids with cell phones, like 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, like in school. It's crazy.
Moving in, it is becoming a popular destination. I mean, walk us through.
I do like Arkansas.
You know, we always talk about these federal elections, and obviously having President Trump in office is such a critical win. But these states are just as critical.
I do like. I am a fan of Arkansas. Not gonna lie. If you've never been, beautiful. The Washita Mountains, great camping. Hot Springs National Park, awesome. It's definitely got some poverty and some rough areas, so be careful. But very friendly people, very nice. I'm also white, so I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that they are racist. I didn't encounter any of that. I'm just saying that, you know, you're below the Mason-Dixon line, so be careful if you don't look like me. Always be careful.
We have to fight every single day. I got to see Lee Zeldin yesterday. He's the new head of the EPA. I said, I'm just glad we have somebody there that we don't have to sue every single week, and we can actually work with to get things.
I'll be honest, before I ever saw her speak, I've always just irrationally not liked her.
While Washington was a completely.
I don't like some of her policies and things like that, but yeah, Huckabee Sanders, I've just always disliked her. Can't tell you why. I don't like the dad either, Governor Huckabee. Not a big fan. What else she's got going on?
Trump, who's not going to just be a partner, but he's going to be a leader. He's going to be the #1 fighter, pushing back on some of the crazy wokeness that we have seen try to impose on our families, on our schools, on our businesses. And Republican governors are going to be right there with him. We're going to make sure that our schools do not.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Same old. Nothing new. Nothing new. He's supposed to speak later. I probably won't be on still when he comes on. I guess I could leave it up for a second. There you go. Just while I think about what else we got going on. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, I see we got some viewers. Appreciate you. Leave something in the chat if you want. This is Afternoon Coffee, satire, funny. We're going to laugh at the internet together, me and you. We got some socials up here. Follow me if you would like. I'd appreciate it. Support us on Ko-fi if you want. If you don't, that's fine too. The show's not very good right now, but I'm working on it. I'm getting better. We're going to keep rolling here. People think this guy is, we got to follow. Thank you. Appreciate you. James and Paige. What's up, James? Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out. World's most handsome criminal has a court date. That's what people say. He's good looking. I don't like his hair, though. I don't like the curly. Housing is really tough in Park City. You can get a 1-bedroom apartment for $400,000. That's what I'm talking about. I think it'd be a good series. I just don't. I have a feeling Zillow might. The editing would be tough because I'd have to like edit out the Zillow logo a lot, probably. Yeah, Luigi going to jail, prison. Yeah. I mean, he shot that guy, right? There's some people who think he didn't, like conspiracy theorists. I'm not even that much of a conspiracy theorist anymore because, like, I don't. There's stuff like that where I'm just like, why? Why would they frame this guy? I don't. What's the benefit? And then people are like, oh, I don't know, just because. I mean, this got wealthy, powerful people like jumping. So I don't think this was a conspiracy. But yeah, his court date's coming up. What does the X article say? Oh, he was in court yesterday. So, old news. I would imagine, though, he's pretty, like, well-liked in prison. Like, he's probably not having a bad time at all. Right? I mean, maybe a little bit. Hillary Clinton must have done it. This, no. I don't think there's any connection between former Secretary of State, Senator Clinton, and that United Healthcare CEO. Maybe. I haven't seen anything like that. We talked GTA 6 the other day. We got Elder Scrolls 6. This is the other title everyone in the world has been waiting for a decade, as far as video game news. This is from Twisted Voxel. Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have ship combat. Pirates of the Elder Scrolls. That's exciting. I've always thought that they should have ship combat in Elder Scrolls or some sort of sailing mechanism, especially in Skyrim. They actually had a lot of ships, pirate ships, and there was an island that you sailed to, but I think it just fast traveled it, if I remember correctly. And that was also in Morrowind too. I've been looking forward to this game for a long time. Bethesda just keeps releasing Skyrim ports because they make money. So stop buying those, please, so we can actually get this game. If you keep buying them, we're never going to get this game. Stop buying the Skyrim ports and re-releases and definitive, extra, deluxe, special editions. Stop. We need new games. We need new content to enjoy together. Blockbusters. What happened to the blockbusters? We need blockbuster games, blockbuster movies. Get everyone talking about something else that's not women's sports. You know what I mean? That's a callback. Had to have been here earlier for that. We are rolling. So yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. It's going to be in Hammerfell. We already knew that. That's old news. The naval battles and shipbuilding is very cool. I'm excited about that. I've always been a fan of pirate games. Sid Meier's Pirates on the PSP. It's a great one. And the Port Royale series. Great games. That's more of like a trading merchant simulator with some piratey stuff thrown in there. Check that one out if you haven't. Port Royale 3 is a good one. Port Royale 4 is terrible. Don't play that one. We got Hooters confirmed going bankrupt. We reported that on the show yesterday. Here's some speculation as to why. Gen Z men prefer to get stoned, gamble on their phones, and look at porn while waiting for DoorDash. Wow. Yeah. Are you a Gen Z man out there? Let me know. What do you enjoy this? Is this what gets you going Friday nights? Is that how you spend your Friday nights? Sounds depressing. But I've been there. So, yeah, Hooters going down. At Gen Z, it's just, I would imagine the word that comes to mind for Gen Z when discussing Hooters is cringe. cringe. That's in their lexicon. Or that might be Gen Alpha. Skibbity Riz toilet. Cringe. Hooters, man. Cringe. I'm not going to Hooters, man. That's so cringe. Do they say man? Probably not. They say bro. Right? Bruh. Bro. I don't know. If you're Gen Z, though, leave in the comments or in the chat. Hooters? Cringe? Yes. We talked about this yesterday. It's got a niche marketplace, which is just like hetero single men who are lonely and horny. Spicy show Saturday. Let's go. What do we got next year? This one's funny. I can't do volume because it's going to be content ID. I'll do small volume, low volume. American defense industry has been declining. And why is that? Because it's the Euro army's coming. Trump's out. He's like, no, we're not gonna sell money to or get weapons to Ukraine. We're not gonna cover NATO's debts. Any of that garbage. We're out. So apparently, the European defense stocks are going up. Would not surprise me at all. Let's look at Saab. Let's confirm this live on air. Saab stock price. They make jets. They used to make good cars. They don't anymore. It's sad. Yeah, it went up 2%, 5 days. Wow. 3 whole points in 5 days. That's crazy. 3 days, 5 days, 3 days, 3 days. Almost 3 points in 3 days. That is a uptick. Do you have any idea how much the United Nations contributes to the U.S. economy? Is that aid you're talking about? What are you talking about? Like aid? So let's type it in. How much between the purchases is almost... Oh, you're talking about like, because everything's in New York City. That's where their headquarters are and their offices and whatnot. I'm not anti-United Nations at all. I'm not even that anti-NATO. I just would like some European countries to give a little more money towards it. Oh, yeah, I'm pro United Nations. There needs to be a global sort of arbiter, someone who can weigh in, someone who can, quickly get aid to countries in need of it. I got a good video here, though. Just a salute to the great police of the world out there. There we go. Play it. Content ID. Look at his little vest. Get down on the ground. Could you imagine? Cat policeman or it's a river police. I would imagine he's a mouser probably, and they just put him in a police jacket to be cute. I thought that was enjoyable. We're not just all about news here on Afternoon Coffee with DT. We like showing cat videos too. One of these days, my cat is gonna come stumbling in here. Oh my god. Might have to add that word to the banned words list. Oh. What do we got going on. Oh, this one's just a funny headline. Author of upcoming Elon Musk biography says there's no evidence billionaire has any intellectual achievements. This is like a deep, deep conspiracy that says that Elon Musk is essentially modern day Thomas Edison, and he has been stealing most of his inventions from other people. This article kind of talks about that. Talks about his time at PayPal and how that he didn't last very long at PayPal after it went public. Some of his other companies, like the Boring Company. So interesting. He also claims he has an IQ of 100, which would put him very average. I don't know if that's accurate. It's Yahoo News. But keep an eye out for more of this sort of articles, attacks coming. If there's any truth or validity to these sort of dark, deep forum rumors that he's kind of an Edison character, you're gonna see more of these types of attacks moving forward, especially if he keeps going after sensitive parts of the government. You'll see people talking about how, he didn't actually invent this, he didn't actually invent that. I would like to see a deep dive documentary, the real Anthony Fauci, the real Elon Musk type book investigation into this, because where there's smoke, there is typically fire. So I'd love to see it. We'll see. Maybe I'll do some digging. Like I kind of talked about, the problem that we're facing right now is that we just have an alternative media that is kind of in love with the current administration and helped to get the current administration into office. And then you have the mainstream media, which is largely reverting to their pre-2020 playbook of Russia. He's a Russian puppet. He's a Israeli puppet. They're also just moving so quick. It's really difficult to just keep track of everything they're doing and attack them on everything they're doing. Especially because these mainstream media companies haven't done investigative journalism in a decade at this point. So good luck trying to reverse that. Plus, they weren't even being taught how to do investigative journalism for a while now. They've been taught how to, just present the narrative and defend the narrative. Yeah, it is a purpose. It's the things that are going to get clicks are the title of the show, Women's Sports. Those are the things that are going to get clicks, right? He has a spat with the governor of Maine over, a legitimate issue, but is it the most important issue right now? I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's judicial movements, there's court cases, a lot of different maneuverings. Kash Patel just got confirmed as the FBI director. That's going to be very big. If anyone doesn't know who Kash Patel is, I highly recommend you go look at Tucker Carlson's interview of him from 6 months ago, because he pretty much lays out exactly what he's going to do once he gets into that position. And it's going to be, his thing is, he truly believes in the deep state conspiracy. He is a deep state conspiracist. Is there an actual deep state? I don't think there is one that, I don't think it's as organized as some people make it out to be. I think there's a lot of career politicians, bureaucrats who have been in the positions they've been in for a very long time, and they don't think of it as they think of it more of the presidents are going to come and go, the administrations are going to come and go, but I'm always going to be here. So it's really what I think that is more important because I'm stability. I think there's a lot of that thought processes going on. And so there's been some sort of, I think there's been some breakaway rogue entities. Are you talking about the bloodlines of the Illuminati, James? James and Paige? I read that book like a month ago. We'll get into some of that stuff. I just don't want to get banned from Twitch like in the first week. List them out. DuPonts, Vanderbilts, Rockefellers. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It's afternoon coffee, Thursday through Monday, 1 p.m. Super low key, just making fun of the internet, looking at various clips, and try not to get copyright strike, basically. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Sunday, I will be doing Transport Fever 2. We do gaming 2 on this channel. So I'll be starting my Transport Fever 2 series tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Be there or be square. And then I'll do afternoon coffee probably like 3:30, 4 o'clock tomorrow. So it'll be a special double content day on DT Twitch. I think we'll just talk whatever happens today and then probably look forward to the week ahead. I'll talk a little more sports tomorrow. Pitchers and catchers reporting. IndyCar coming up next weekend. It's exciting. So definitely check that out. All the socials down below. Follow me everywhere, anywhere that you can if you like the show. If you're on Twitch, or not, we're on Twitch. What am I talking about? If you're on Rumble or YouTube and you made it this far, love you, appreciate you. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. That would help out the show a lot. And if you can make it for the Twitch show, I'd love to have you. Love to get people in the chat, arguing, throwing out their points, all that fun stuff, making jokes. I think it'd really liven the show up. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for afternoon coffee. Great show today. Great show. We will do another one tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I update showtime schedules, all that stuff. If I'm going to be late, if I'm going to have to move the show, things like that. DTX. This has been DT. Appreciate you. Thank you. Love you. And I should get to OBS first. I'm out.